Welcome to Speak It Podcast with me, your host, SoSo, film director, author, screenplay writer, educator, and producer. I'm known for my book, Tales of Love and War, a book of short love stories. I created Speak It Podcast to give a point of view on relationships, parenting, entrepreneurship, and other relatable topics. So grab your wine and join in with myself and my awesome co-host, creator of the No Podcast, Ron Reed.
Damn, did you eat yet? Oh shit, hold on. Let me eat, 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 let me eat. Before I murder this bitch, let me eat. Before I bless these streets, let me eat. Appetite for that glory. Niggas don't know my story. But Wild Bill be the guy. I ain't got no worries. Used to be out warring, out duck, get warrants. Pigs all in my back, you know that swine tough on us blacks. FN hugging my hip, in my pocket, one extra clip. Got that vest protecting my chest, cause some beef hard as hell to digest. High ground hard, don't rest. Look, bitch, don't be no pest. Lil' hoe to fail my test. Real niggas don't deal with no stress.
Am I on by myself? Hey, welcome to Speak It Podcast. I'm like, am I on by myself? What happened?
Put you on so you could go
I
ahead
can't
and
hear
hit
you.
the program, and then you just sat there. So I was,
I didn't know. Like, I just. I'm sorry. I was confused for a minute. I thought like everybody had cut out. Hey, welcome to Speak It Podcast. I am your host, SoSo, and I am sitting here with my crazy host.
Ron Reed. It's me.
Ron. No, he never know his name. Every week I'm gonna have to teach him his name. Never know his name.
Teach me. Your ordinary. I'm happy to be here on Speak It Podcast.
Well, thank you. Your name is Ron Reed. For those of you like Ron that don't know who he is. So welcome to the sort of almost completed new Speak It podcast. Starting this month, we said that we were going to go into having like couple sections. What are your couple as far as relationship, marriage, or even parents or our business partners? Just, groups of people that's there that we're, want to come on and talk about their situations, good and maybe some issues, I don't always want to say bad because sometimes I just want to say like issues. So so today we do have a wonderful newlywed couple, and this guy is my former co-host, Eric Kirk, and his beautiful wife, Mrs. Kirk. Hey, Eric, Shauna Kirk. I didn't want to say the wrong name, you Eric in trouble.
That's all right.
Can you hear me?
Hey, we hear you. Welcome to Speak It, guys.
Glad to be here.
Right. It's good to be here. It's good to be on the stage with you again.
I know, right? You got married and we stayed on your honeymoon. No FMLA papers or anything. No 2-week notice. Just went on a honeymoon and never came back. No,
came back. Yeah, we
Donna, what you over there doing now?
It's been a long time coming.
Yep.
I know, right? Okay, so hold on. I see I've been on my phone and be having calls coming.
How was it being on here with SoSo? Was she cool? Did she treat you right?
Man, I tell you, it was it's the best experience. I loved every minute of it. So you're doing an amazing job. I love the chemistry you guys have, and
Thank you.
Hey, Ron, I gotta admit, I was a little jealous earlier. So, but I'm like, look at him, got my seat. You got my seat, man. But but you're doing a great job, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm happy that
That must have been to hear what you had to say because he sure took me off as soon as he asked that question.
Oh yeah. You
So I
wasn't
don't even
supposed to
know
hear
what
that.
you said.
It wasn't for you. You weren't supposed to hear it. But we all know the truth.
I told him I
That I
was
am an
treated.
awesome co-host. That's what.
But I appreciate you too.
I speak it like it is. I hold nothing back. That's what.
That's what made you great.
Exactly. See, you hear that, Ron? Ron, you
Yes.
never said I was great. You're a horrible co-host. You know?
I do. I told her she do a good job every now and again.
Every now and then.
Absolutely.
So you guys
But
are
we
new.
got. Oh, go ahead, Ron. Sorry.
No, I was about to open it up. Go ahead. You want to go ahead?
No, go ahead.
So no,
Your questions sound better than mine.
First journey. So you were on here with SoSo, and now you're a newlywed.
Yes. As of October of last year, we're newlyweds, so we're still in that honeymoon phase.
Oh, okay. So not even a year, huh?
Not
No.
even a year.
Okay. So how are y'all? What's it? Because I was married for 20 years, and I'm at the tail end of mine. And I'm not gonna be toxic this week.
Oh, yeah. I think you got it all out last week. It might be a little more left, but you can say that for next week.
I love love, man, and I would never like knock somebody's marriage or like put it down. 'Cause I still love. Where did you guys meet?
Well, Shauna, I don't want to. It's easy for me to
No,
just keep
Eric,
talking,
do
but I
you
don't.
remember Eric? Or you
It's
gonna
all right.
pass it off
I'm
to
gonna chime
Shana?
in. You go
Because
Oh
you
ahead,
don't
no,
remember.
Shauna.
now listen. I know how we met. We met on a dating site. Okay,
Oh, okay.
and I remember, we met, and then we arranged a date to meet at the park. Now listen. Now there's that list that came out and said the things that you don't do on the first date. We
Uh-huh.
we probably did all of that.
All
Okay,
of that.
we
All of
did
that.
the Cheesecake Factory and everything.
Good.
All
But
of that.
And did you
we
marry
did.
him afterwards? No, okay.
But yeah, you know what, that night was an amazing night. We did the part, and I think we stayed, probably talked maybe 4 or 5
Hours.
hours. Yeah,
Yes.
it was amazing.
That's dope.
Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
right away that after a 5 hour talk, did you know right away that this might be your wife?
Yeah, man, I like you, man. No,
See, you
but
told me not to ask the hard questions.
yeah,
Rod told Ron he can have that job.
I see how you flipped it. I should have got the email to both of y'all. No, it's not a hard question. Now, so this is how. Now, let me explain it to you like this. So Ron, you got 20 years up under your belt. I had 33 years in my prior marriage. Okay,
Wow.
so I was at a point where I'm like you. I love. I knew I was gonna get married again, but at the same time, I can't really say I was looking. Okay.
Right.
Now I will say this. And I don't want to just jump ahead, but you brought it up, so I'm gonna go ahead and deal with it.
Yeah.
She uh, I vetted her for 3 years. Okay.
Really.
And I put her through tests that to the day she don't even know. Okay.
Really.
I looked at her in a way, because see, I knew that the issues that I had in my prior marriage. I knew who I am. Regardless of my 33-year marriage, I knew the mistakes I made, and I know the tendencies that I have. I knew all of that. So I knew that I was at a unique position to where if I was to get married again, this woman have to be able to do this, you know.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in a rush, because I'm like, I know who I am. I know what I'm gonna bring to the table, and I knew what that match had to look like. And I'm so excited to say that when I explain her to people, I say she's perfect, and I know a lot of people don't understand that. But when I tell you she matched with me perfect, I mean, and then I'm gonna say this. So you said something I can't remember. I know we kind of joked about it after we texted about it, and and we was trying to figure out like what is the what was that word? What was we trying to figure out, Shauna?
Which word?
Well, what I said. So wanted to talk about.
Oh, when I was sitting here thinking about it, because the word was, I can't remember, but it didn't fit us. It's not us. It's not
I
us.
said, when I was saying the good things and like, but then if any situation or issues, when I was saying to describe,
But it was a
any
word.
situation.
But would you
It's not
believe
us.
we really literally can say that there is no issue,
No issue.
you know, and then
Really?
I said they're not gonna believe that.
Nope.
You know,
I
they're not gonna
believe
believe
it.
it.
I believe it. The only reason why I believe it is because being on the show with you and hearing you talk. And the only thing, Shauna, I can tell you, I just got one question for you. Have
Yes,
he
ma'am.
been planning all dates?
Has he been planning all dates?
Yes. Have he been the one planning all your dates?
For the most part, because I'm just like, we can go wherever, we can do whatever.
Okay, so do not ask. Here's the warning. Here's one warning. Where the issue is going, this is where your issue is going to happen. All right. If
Yes.
he asks you to plan the dates, just plan it. Okay.
Oh, I can
This
do that.
one time.
Man, that's so good. That is so good. Yeah,
That's the only thing I would tell you to keep your issues, no issues, is if he asks you to plan a date. Just don't say you always plan the dates. You just go, I don't care if it's Sky Zone. Just go on the date. All right, you plan it, okay? and your marriage will stay perfect. Okay.
I can do that. I can do that.
Excellent. I love that, man. That's great. The
Thank you for
greatest
that one.
marital advice I have ever heard.
Is that your trigger? Like if you were to ask her that, like ask her to play, or where would she want to go?
No, we had a show about that. we had a show about it. How did
I
it go?
must have went to sleep on that one because I'm usually listening to all of them.
Yeah, and I remember.
Well, I forget what the show was about, but I know you were talking, and you said one thing that like was one of the breaking points or something like that. With Terrence, thank you, Terrence. Was that you that you wanted her? She always expected you to plan the dates, and when you wanted her to plan your ex to plan the date, she got mad at you because she was all you. She wanted you to plan it. But then come and find out because since you've been with her, you've been the one always planning the dates, and you didn't understand why she got mad at you, and so that made you another feeling about her because she wanted you to plan the date instead, and so.
Right.
And I had to tell him this is the norm to her that she was always familiar with you planning dates, so she felt like that's something that you did as the man was always planning dates, and she always just went along with them. So she wouldn't expect you to ask her to plan a date. So Shauna,
I don't have a problem with that.
She don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with that because I've done some of that. Took us on planes away from here. Yeah.
Good. All right. So that's established.
Yes. Thank you.
Question for Shauna: were you married before? Also,
I was.
You were?
I was only married 11 years, but I've been divorced
Oh.
since 2001. So it's been a long time.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Right, the great question because I looked at our dynamics and I'm be honest. I wanted to see if I could bottle this equation up, wrap it up, sell it.
Right.
And I'm not totally sure what the product is, but I will say this. I think that it was something about her being prior marriage, then having time in between.
Mm-hmm.
To believe that we did connect at the right time, but I believe that she went through some healing. Now, like in my case, I was separated for I was separated 8 years before we got married, so I was able to go through the healing process as well. So I do believe that there's a place where you do have to go through that post divorce, get yourself together, and then and the only reason I say that, guys, is because Shauna came to me like my wife. It wasn't, how you feel like, okay, well, I'll show her how to do this. I'll show her how to do that. And then, she came to me ready. I promise you guys, she came to me ready. And I believe it's because, the timing was right. And and I'll say this too. I believe that because I knew what I wanted. I knew that, I knew that I had to go through. And one of the things that I said to myself, and Shauna, I don't know if I told you this, let us know, because I don't know if I ever said it to you. But I used to tell myself that I wanted to see her in different seasons of her life.
You've said
And
it, yeah.
I did tell you that, didn't? Okay. And
Yes.
because I didn't want to see her just like a season. A season could be a season with a lot of money, a season with no money. I wanted to see her in a season when she experienced a loss. I wanted to see her in a season when she experienced a gain.
Yeah.
When I tell you it was a vetting process, because see, what I didn't want to do is see her in the upside, and then all of a sudden she goes through something tragic, and I'd be like, I don't know who this person is. I would have never thought she would have withdrew like that. But I seen her experience the death of a child, a grandchild. You feel? I went through all of that, and I seen how she handled it. You see what I'm saying? And I seen that, regardless of the hurt and pain, she stood stable, and all of that stuff. To where I wasn't telling her, but I was writing down. I was taking mental notes and saying, "Yeah, okay, I see who you are." Nothing that she.
Shauna, did
I
you do
mean,
the
nothing
same
was a
thing
surprise.
to him?
She
I
better not
say
Did
that
you
have.
vet
again.
him? Did you vet him as well? Did you get to see him in all his seasons?
I believe I have, but for me, and I told him this too, the day we met, it's just the way it happened. I had already prayed to God. Well, of course, I prayed more than once about my husband, but I wanted it to be who God had for me, not somebody that I just met, because I didn't do a lot of dating or anything like that all those years. But the day that we met, I knew that was my husband. It was just some type of feeling I had. I just know it was gonna be a few years before I can say that he was my husband. So I already knew that. I mean, during that 3 year period, I knew that there were some times when I was like, God, is this really what you told me? And am I supposed to still be here? And each time he said yes. So I went through it just like normal, because I know his
What is that
situation.
feedback?
I knew
I'm
his
sorry, it's
situation,
not a
so I
feedback.
knew when it was time, God was gonna make it right for us. So
Right.
And
So,
and I
so
and I'm
It's
I'm
a
gonna say this
feedback. I'm
too.
hearing a lot of
yeah, I
feedback in
hear
the
it too.
background. I could barely hear it. Is that my thing?
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not mine.
I
Did
don't
it,
think it's
It's
I
mine.
got
gone
off
now.
my. I had to plug my phone. Is it gone now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
It was me.
So,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um, what I
so it wasn't
what
really a test for you per se then,
It
since
wasn't
you
what now? I'm sorry.
it wasn't too many tests then for you per se.
No.
No, because you already kind of knew that was
Hmm.
was your.
I just knew it was gonna be some time.
So now,
Go ahead.
how did
no,
you
Roger,
experience
yeah, I'm sorry.
how did you experience loss with him? Like, were you looking for something in him when you experienced your loss?
Well, my loss was so My loss as in, you mean the birth of my grandchild, or
Yeah,
you mean
he said you lost a child, and I'm
it was
sorry.
my grandchild, my granddaughter.
Okay, were you looking for something specific in him when you experienced that?
I already knew it was in him. Because he was been supported through all the other anything that has happened. Because I'm raising one of my oldest grandson right now, and the support was been there from the beginning. So he was there just like I needed it. And anything that I needed, I mean, he was there. So I didn't have to look for it or expect it because it was already being shown before that happened.
Got you.
How he
Okay.
would react to certain things. So.
Okay.
And again, God had already told me that was my husband. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's perfect.
Yeah, it's
You know,
perfectly. Go ahead. I'm
That's
sorry, Eric.
good to hear. How
let,
long
let
were
me let me
y'all
add this.
together
Go ahead.
before you proposed, Eric? Like, how long were you all in a relationship before you proposed?
3+ years, yeah.
Yeah, it
Three
was 3+, and
Mm-hmm.
it was weird because okay, so you see that like she was saying, what God said you was you're gonna be my husband. Now imagine me hearing that. Okay, I'm still not sure. You see, but she was standing on it. That intimidated me because see, I know she's a woman of God, and I know if she heard it, I understood it. But see, I'm still at the point where I'm not sure. I knew. Now I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you, and this is the honest to God truth.
Mm-hmm.
I said she is too perfect to where it's got to be fake. It's got to be something she's hiding
years.
because nobody is this good. Okay,
Yeah.
and so and this is what she always said. She said, Eric, I'll wait because God already said. So whatever you gotta work through, don't worry about it because I'm gonna wait. And I remember I went to sleep and marriage was so heavy on my heart. And
Yeah.
and I said, this is what I woke up saying. Well, this is what I went to sleep thinking. I went to sleep thinking that, okay, Eric, she says she's gonna wait, but are you willing to risk it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then when I woke up, Ron, I said it's not worth the risk. And so that's when I proposed. So she thought I was joking, by the way.
Yeah.
She thought I was joking.
You gonna be my husband? You like? I'm out of there.
And you said that you proposed to her and you surprised her with a wedding. And when you said that, you know what's so funny? Because I always say it, and one day when I meet that Mr. Right, I want him the day he proposed. I actually want to get married the day of the proposal. I thought that was
Oh.
weird, but I was like, why? We already know we're gonna get married. I don't know what's happening, fool. No, because it's like we already know we gonna get married, so why do we
Right.
gotta wait years to get married? If you already proposed to me, I said yes. Let's just get married. Like why we gotta wait a
Yeah,
year after the proposal for a wedding?
Yeah.
So when
right.
you said I surprised her with a wedding, like how long from the engagement did you surprise her with the wedding? Like you brought her somewhere, it was like here's the pastor and all your friends are here,
Man.
the altar's here. Like how did that happen?
Okay, Shauna. Well, okay, I'll tell
Okay.
Paul, and you can
Okay.
finish it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the actual so we went
I
and
took
did
birthday
and signed the
pictures.
paper.
You
Yeah.
remember I took the
So
birthday pictures first. Didn't know nothing.
oh right, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so some of the pictures, they really was like pre-engagement,
Engagement
like
pictures.
engagement pictures. But we told her they were birthday pictures,
Yeah.
and just so happened the photographer wanted me in all the shots.
Yeah.
Oh, right, of her birthday pictures, huh?
Yeah.
Right. But we went and we signed the papers. So officially we were married. You know, so we got married
On the
and
30th.
then
Yeah.
we had a wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so now, Charlie, you can tell the rest of it.
Okay, we got married on the 30th. My birthday was the 2nd. Of course, we did those papers at the courthouse, and we was already planning to go to Gatlinburg for the weekend, something his family do every year. I had no clue. We get there. I think it was later in the night after everybody was getting settled, and my kids start coming in. Still didn't think nothing. I just thought they just surprised me to celebrate my birthday weekend. Still nothing. I didn't know, to make the story kind of short, I didn't know nothing till the next morning when my best friend flew in from Florida and came to Gatlinburg and surprised me. I was sitting at the kitchen table in there, and I looked up, and of course I cried because I still don't know nothing. Didn't know nothing. I didn't know what was going on. Everybody was there, and she came again. I just thought it was a birthday surprise, and she said, "Girl, do you think I'm gonna miss this? You finna have a wedding. Let's go." I didn't do nothing. She brought the dress, the shoes, the everything. His brother and my best friend pinned up my hair. I did nothing. My kids and his kids, they came together. They did it all, and I'm still in awe about that because that's stress I didn't have to worry about.
Wow. So you didn't, but wait a minute, but you didn't get to pick out your dress?
Nope.
See,
My
see,
children, they tell me the stories about it right
there you
now,
go.
and how
That's
my
what I'm
daughter
talking
said, Auntie Sam, because they call her Auntie Sam, Mama not gonna wear her arms out and stuff like that. She said, "Girl, we still young. She gonna wear this dress."
about.
That was for Rod.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
was Eric. You got one, boy. You got a winner, boy. That's good.
That's
So,
Thank
that's
you.
beautiful though. You said you told her to pick out her dress though, but you still look beautiful in your
Thank you.
hold on. You look beautiful in the pictures. I love the pictures, and
Thank you.
I was just like, so it was nice. And I was when he said he surprised you, first thing I thought about was, did she pick out her dress?
No, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. He said it was 2 weeks. They had to put all that together.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know, I had a
But that's
lot
good
of
to keep the stress off of you because it would have took a year if you would have had to do it.
Yes.
but you know, so I felt like you. You know, I said, you know, now keep in mind the thought was, okay, we're gonna get married, and then we can do a celebration, you know, whenever next year, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and but I said I wanted to take that opportunity. The whole thought was there's no need if I'm here, if I'm ready, we're ready, let's do it, you know. I'm
Right.
not knocking anybody that do a long engagement or whatever. It's okay, but I just want the type, you know. I'm like, you know, we might as well, if we're gonna do it, if you're gonna make that commitment, you know, to say, okay, hey, will you marry me, you know, then in my mind, let's go ahead and get married, you know. And so that's why I literally went from going to sleep, waking up, and then, you know, 2 weeks later, well, really, the actual signing the papers was just a matter of
Days.
days.
Days, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I feel. Like, why wait? Why you propose to me, but then you're gonna wait a year or two to get married. So now anything can happen between a year or two, and now I probably don't want to marry you no more. You gotta get me while you got me and saying yes. You know.
Hey, can I put Eric the relationship got hat on? Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Ron, I forgot to tell you that Eric is a relationship like guru person. He got books and stuff, but we're gonna get to his books a little later. But go ahead and put your relationship, Eric, in.
That's
So
why
I
I said
believe
you
that
look
there I
bad.
believe that there's
You
what you
say
say,
what,
Ron?
Ron?
I said that's
Eric,
why
I think your feedback is going on again.
Mm.
I said Eric's making us look bad.
No, no, no.
No.
That's why I like doing the show with him because I always felt like I knew what I was talking about when I was with him. But go.
But you know, I think that that it's several reasons, but one of the main reasons I think why is wait. I don't think people are really sure, and and instead of using that time to say, okay, I'm sure, they really use that time to prove that they're not sure. You know,
Mm,
because you know, I don't understand. I can see a year to far as planning, but when I start hearing somebody being engaged for, you know, 2, 3, I never heard 5, 6 years.
mm-hmm.
I think there's a problem. I think there's a
Yeah.
problem. You know, and now you know you can engage to somebody. You become engaged because you don't want that other person to,
Mm.
Move.
you know, move up,
Yeah.
move forward. You know, so it's really it's a it can be a controlling factor. Now, every case is going to be different, but I'm telling you that there is a small percentage of people that say, you know what, I'm going to engage so I can make sure that you don't go anywhere. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I have a friend that's been engaged for probably 13 years.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Yeah.
say. I almost cursed. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. I don't know how she's still there. They bought a house together and everything. And yeah, they're about 13 years.
Eric, would you say, expert, would you say
I think
that
it's more her. I think it's more her that's holding back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
That's weird, 'cause I would think it would be men that would be
No,
afraid.
because they had like several issues like before the engagement, and he started changing and getting better. I think that's why she accepted the proposal. But I still think like it's her that's holding back. And I'm like, you
Yeah.
might just take the ring off, just be a common law type of at this point.
No, they married.
Absolutely.
They married now. She can take half his stuff if he got it.
But not in the state of Illinois. Oh, wait, they're in Indiana. She probably can. Because
Oh, yeah.
in the state of Illinois, no, Indiana. There's a lot of states when I was doing my what was common law class, marriage and paralegal school. I think it's like only like 2 or 3 states that honor common law marriage.
Oh.
A lot of states it doesn't exist in a lot of states. I think it's like Ohio, and it's like 2 or 3 states that only honor common law marriage. It doesn't exist really in any other state. So like with my uncle and my aunt, they've been together. My cousins are in their 30s, almost 40, never married. And if they was to break up right now, they just go with whatever they came with. That's it.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty sad, but I mean, I guess it works for some people. It wouldn't work for me, you know.
It won't work
Like
for
I said,
me.
I can't knock
Definitely not
anybody.
gonna marry me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but I do think that it's a really a question that needs to be answered. You know, you know, because there's more to it than just, you know, we're at 13 years. You're not talking about planning a wedding. You're not planning a wedding for 13 years. You know, so
They
you know,
spend
if you're not planning a
less
wedding,
than buying a house.
absolutely, yeah. So
And they have no kids together either.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They've been together since we were for about 20 years maybe.
Okay.
Because we were in our 20s when they yeah.
so
So a
so
little
you
over
just
20
telling your
years.
age, huh? You just gonna
He
tell
got
your age.
I mean they were in their 20s. I was still a teenager. And so forgot I'm only 25.
That's gotta be the reason I got married. Yeah.
You say what, Ryan?
I said he had to have cheated a couple times. Like it has to be some type of reason why they haven't got married. And if you're telling me it's on her and they haven't gotten married,
I'm guessing because I know like the issues that they had before, and like it was some things with her. So I was guessing like that could, it could just be her holding back. But because usually a woman would be trying to push it, and after a while she gonna leave. Like he's not. I'm not gonna sit with a ring on my finger for 13 years. Like after 2 years, after 6 months, I'm what's going on here? We didn't sign no papers yet. 6 months later, right?
Absolutely.
Sean, in your case, did you have a some type of idea of what you wanted for your marriage?
Well, yeah. Say that again now.
like the marriage ceremony? Did you have an idea of like what you wanted for
No,
your?
all I asked for was to have my children there, and I wanted my best friend there. I have a couple of them, but one was there. He tried to get them all there, and he did that. All four of my kids and all my grandkids were there. My best friend from Florida. That's it.
Well, so you
Nice.
had like no theme, like plan, like I want
I
like a
didn't have.
winter wonderland married wedding, and
I at one time years ago, and I'm saying more than 5. I had once said, I still wanted that small ceremony, but I was gonna let my kids wear they favorite color, the girls.
mm-hmm.
So it wasn't gonna be no specific green and white or nothing like that. Just them wearing they favorite color. But the colors that they picked was my favorite color and somewhat his. Mine is green and he loves purple. So they kind of put that together and they did a good job. I love it.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So
some people, if you a person with no like relationship sense or no, like I think a woman who like wants to be so in control and independent would say like, oh, he just controlled her, like he took control of the wedding, and or they would look at it like that, like I want to plan my own wedding, why would he take control, and he must be controlling, like they didn't know who Eric was. It would be looked at like he was controlling, and he controlled the situation and the wedding.
He kind of let the kids do it, is what he said. He kind of said, we're gonna do this then. And all the 8 kids, the kids about they got together, they had their own little conversations outside of. He told them when it was gonna be, and they, like I said, they knew our favorite colors and they put it together. Neither one of us knew. Well, I ain't know nothing, but he didn't see nothing that they bought or anything. So everything, even when what they
he
had
was
on,
kind of surprised.
Yeah, he just told them what they wanted, and if they needed, funds, but he didn't have to do none of that because they took care of it.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I want to be surprised with a wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Just let me pick my dress.
Just say no, she don't.
Just let me pick my dress. Like surprise would be like, I want my kids to be like, Ma, if you was to get married, what dress would you wear? And then that's it. Just let me pick my dress. And other than that,
but the truth be told, I can look at my phone right now, even though that's not the dress, and I was pleased with the dress. I was happy with the dress.
Yeah, it was nice.
And my kids know I'm used to not having my arms and stuff out. But the dress I had in my phone, one of my shoulders was out, so they did good still.
So they were kind of close to what you wanted.
They didn't know it because I ain't tell them, but that was in my phone. But they did good.
Was there anything? So you guys were together for 3 years. Was there anything different, like in marriage, than it was in your relationship prior?
No, it just flowed. Nothing has changed. We still we just got, as long as you communicate.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
But you got to communicate. So we do that all the time. And so nothing changed. I'm just happier. I'm happier because I got it right with the man above. We got it right.
Where's Eric? Because I need to yell at him real quick. Eric! Because I need to know, is he more open with his feelings with you? Because I know we going back into like shows we had, and how I would talk about how he always talk about how men have that man cave where if it's a problem, they go in their man cave and they figure the problem out. They don't introduce that problem to the woman until it's solved. And so I want to know if with you, is it different? Is he more open with you with things, with issues and and emotional situations or something that might have happened? Is he letting you know? Is he more open?
I'm gonna say yes, because like I said, there was not maybe 80% of the time I was on the live too. I don't know if you knew it, but so I heard his conversations, and so I'm gonna say, I think he has. It just get better with time. Yeah, the man cave. Go get him. Go ahead.
You heard me, Eric. I had to ask Shauna because I was talking about when we had the show and we were talking about me and not expressing their feelings or opening up or if they had like an issue or something happened, how you talked about how a man would go in his man cave and he would release his feelings on his own, and if he would try to solve the issue on his own, and then once the issue is solved, he would talk to his woman. And I asked her, were you more open with her, and you more expressive with her, and more emotional with her?
And you used the word emotional.
I did, because I know you how you are with emotions. So yes.
But can I say something before you answer?
Yes.
I can tell when something on his mind or something, and it. I won't say that it be a while before he say something, but I'll ask the question: is
Do he
everything
answer
okay?
it?
Because I know him. I feel like I know him well enough to know when something is bothering him. So I'll ask the question, and even if
Do
he
he,
didn't
do
want
he
to talk
answer?
about
Do
it
he
right
say if
then,
anything okay, or do he tell you if it's not okay or not?
well, that's what I'm about to tell you. Even if he
Oh,
didn't want
okay.
to talk about it, then he go ahead and we talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, Sean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something, Shauna.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do just about every night when I come home?
I don't know. We
What
want to
you
hear
say?
that, Eric.
Wait
That's
I'll
a little
jump
a
in the
minute.
personal.
face.
No,
She's
stop.
sensitive to I'm talking,
That's a
I'm
little
talking about
personal.
right when I come in the house.
Oh.
What do I normally do?
Well, you come to wherever I am, and
Okay, and after that,
you have to sit down and you have to
Wait, wait, let me
meditate
check
right there by
that.
yourself.
hold on, say that again.
You sit down and meditate by yourself after you acknowledge,
Yeah,
baby, I'm home or whatever the case.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a cave moment.
yeah.
Hmm.
And she had and I had to tell her. I said, listen, it don't have nothing to do with you. I need to
Mm-hmm.
decompress because
Yeah.
Hmm.
I battled some stuff before I got home,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I don't want to bring that into her, and
Right.
Hmm.
I'll take about maybe 30 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And what I love about it is that she allows me to have that time, and then I can get, I'm like, okay, how was your day? You see?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And then
Eric, Ron, are you hearing this? So when I date you in a year and a half from now, are you hearing this?
It ain't gonna get to that time.
you gonna give that to
It ain't no
I said I'll give him a year and a half.
I still got
So,
vanilla. According to on Eric's timeline, I got about 7 more years. Or I can revert back to Shauna's timeline. I got a while.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you got some time.
Sound timeline, boy. You be in retirement age.
I'm not
But
either.
that's good, Eric. I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for both of y'all, because this is like a true love story that I ain't gonna lie, my ear was itching for that a little bit of drama, but I'm glad. I'm glad that I didn't get it, and that this y'all can set the bar and example. Both of y'all need to write a book together. I believe y'all stories should combine in a book to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It should be called Our Perfect, Our Perfect, or something like that. I don't know, but I think y'all should write a book together and talk about this, because you don't hear a lot of this, and it's always you hear this, and then you hear the issue. You don't hear people saying, "Well, actually, we don't have no issues, and it's real." You know what I'm saying? We're not just saying this to hide, or lie about our situation. Like, we really don't have issues. We have time to heal. We ask God. That should be in a book.
Yeah.
So, and just
Absolutely.
make sure you put me
And
as a
but
creator.
there. What you say?
No, go
And so
ahead,
make sure
Eric.
you give me creative
Well,
credit.
let me say this too. There's some maintenance that has to be done as well. As well.
Hmm.
And so let me just deal with the maintenance side of it, because um let's say that there's a place where you can stop an issue before it becomes an issue. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is how I do it. I ask if there's an issue that can possibly be, something that can disrupt the unity, the harmony that we have. I ask myself, how important is it to take the risk of disrupting the harmony that we have? Ron, SoSo, 100% of the time, the answer would come back to where it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world that I'm going to risk, her smile. I'm talking, listen, you're talking about it. I never asked her to wake up in the morning to fix me breakfast, to pack my lunch. I never asked her to do that. So why in the world would I risk, that I prayed for? You see what I'm saying? And it came to me like now you say, Eric, can you do all that yourself? Sure I can. But I also know that I know that there's some things that just men just won't. But I never had to ask her for it. And how dare I risk it because it was something that was uncomfortable for me? No. See, whenever some comes, I promise you guys, I ask myself, is it worth it? And I'm telling you, what's the value that she brings to me, the peace that she brings to me, man, it's worth any. I don't. You can't bring nothing to me that would make me, feel that it's worth challenging or putting up on this stress, the harmony that we have in our marriage right now. That it just don't exist. Money ain't gonna do it. Another woman ain't gonna do it. Nothing is going to risk that, because I'm like, man, this is what you prayed for. God gave it to you. How dare you disrupt that? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
This is so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Man, I for you.
It is.
Ask, because that's a great.
I'm seeing a true love story right now. You just say, Ryan?
No, I said I forgot what I was going to ask, because that was a great explanation. Now you got me caught up in
I'm gonna go fix his marriage.
What? Something made you No,
that's beautiful.
You got me thinking about my marriage, and like there was some things like I probably made that mistake of expecting, having expectations. You should have some type of expectation, but like if I had peace at the time, getting mad about something that I didn't have.
Well, I found that I did it the hard way, so that's why. See, I know. I see. Keep in mind, I had 33 years of fighting battles that I shouldn't been, that I should have not fought. You see,
right.
And and I was a principle guy. It's the principle of the thing, But see now, you're talking to a guy that have been through that fire. I did not like now. I do not smell like smoke. I went through the fire, but I don't smell like smoke. But I did feel the heat. I remember how it hurt, and I say, look, Eric, you did that before. Do you want to risk doing it again over a principle or something? Men, we stand on principle a lot, and so now it's like like some with God, it doesn't matter what it is, because my when I tell you, I ask that question, and listen, it doesn't mean that there's a problem, because you got to understand, I'm working some things out in my head. So before I go to speak on them, I learned how to question myself before she even know anything. She has no idea what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
Because I fixed it before I even came out my mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that because I know what it's like to have a successful. I know what it's like to have a successful marriage because I know what it's like to have a failure.
Yeah.
Mm.
Would you say
All
that
I got
you're?
to do is think about. All I got to think about all the stuff I messed up with in the past. Yep,
Yeah.
I remember doing that. Better not do it again.
Yeah. Would you say that your failed marriage was it a percentage wise? Was it like mostly you, or was it both of you guys?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'll just say it was all me.
Really,
I'll say it was all me.
man, that's
You know,
growth.
I can have a conversation and I can lay out some facts, but I will take that responsibility on myself. And I'm not doing it just for, social media or whatever. I had to learn, I had to do that, Ron, because if I if if I if I kept talking about what she did, I really couldn't grow, and I needed to fix some things about me because one thing I do I will say is that I know I know the woman I started out with. I know
Right.
her. It wasn't the same woman, so I know I affected her, and I know it was some things I set some unrealistic standards
Yeah.
because I was young and I was dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, and over the years, it just slowly, tore her down. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that, so when you say break down the percentage, man, if I can say 100%, and she might say, you know what, man, no, it was you wasn't 100% the problem. I don't know what she would say, but it don't matter because I'll take the whole hit, and I have to do that, Ron, because this is how I critique myself moving forward with Shauna. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And it just works for me.
Yeah. Man, that's a heck of an explanation. I'm learning. I'm not fully out of mine yet, but I'm learning. I'm trying to see myself. But it's just hard when
I'll
you
show
can't.
you.
Huh?
I'll show you exactly who you are. I'll turn the mirror right to you so you can see yourself.
I'm all set.
I'm kidding, Ron. You're a great person.
Thanks, SoSo.
You turn that blue cap to you. Okay. But no, you are. You're a great person. You just.
I just what?
You're just great.
No, seriously, I don't believe I'm great. I want to
You're
tell
just
me,
great. You just got an issue, but you're great.
like what?
Yeah.
You no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
So you all camera. No, I was kidding. I'm kidding, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Hey, she used to do me the same way.
Really?
Hey,
Now it comes out.
Yeah, it was many nights she had me looking in the mirror at myself.
Right.
You're great, but we gotta do this segment before we go. We have to do. Today I learned what about relationships. So who wants to start?
Is that for the guests?
It's for the whole panel.
The whole panel?
Son.
Yes. Shauna, you gonna start? Okay, Ryan says Shauna starts. Are you talking?
We can't hear you, Shauna.
We can't hear you. Are you muted? No. Okay, go out and come back in.
I don't know why. Okay, maybe she'll come back and
Yeah.
and she'll be unmuted. Okay, I guess I'll go. Let's see. Today I learned Ron was married for 20 years. Oh, no. Let me correct. Not was married. Today I learned that Ron has been married for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did learn that today.
Okay.
Hey, and I'll add, and I hope I ain't stepping no boundaries.
No,
But,
you're good. You're good.
okay, but it's never too late to renew it. It's never too late. I had this thing and I said, the love of a lifetime is worth a million tries.
Yeah.
You know, so it's never too late.
My stomach just started hurting.
I mean, the papers ain't fully dry yet.
So,
You
what did
know,
you learn?
we gotta go back to Shauna.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Change the subject.
I think you still out. She doing
Shauna,
that
what
on
happened? You
purpose,
don't want
y'all.
to know what you learned today.
Okay.
She
All
doing
right.
that on purpose. She don't want to
I
be
know
on.
she let us know what she learned. Did you go all the way? Did you like close out and then come back in?
And
Is
I'm
she just
wondering,
blinking? I don't think she's going all the way out. Like, are
do
you like closing out then re-clicking the link?
I think that was it. No.
Huh.
Hey, go all the way out and come back. Yeah,
There
there
she
she
go.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
She still.
Okay, Garnet. Y'all should do a show. Y'all should do a show together, honestly, and help people, fix people's lives. Um,
Yeah.
but Eric, you're always welcome, to come on and be a three sometimes when you're available. You're not always fired, although you did no cause no shows. But you can always come in and whenever you're available and say, hey guys.
Hey,
But
I'm gonna take you up on it because I
I'm
promise you.
down.
It's been a long time. My first live a couple of weeks ago with Tiffany.
hmm
Um, and that was the first. I know the first one since I've been married. So yeah. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get back in. So
yeah.
I'll be the third wheel.
Yeah,
I love.
we're gonna have to write a new handbook for you.
I
With the stipulations.
I love your healed state, man. Like I love the healing. You know what I mean? The healing has to take place for you to look at a marriage for 33 years and you say, I'm all the way wrong. You healed,
Mm.
bro. Like I love the state that you're in. And I aspire to be there.
But I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, it's you know, it 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 was. I knew that I had to. I knew what I was going to bring to the table. I knew what was in my heart, and my biggest prayer was God, don't let my heart become hardened.
Yeah.
That was my big because it. I mean, listen, divorce in itself can be messy. It's going through. I ain't talking about, hey, I'm leaving you. That's one level of mess. But I'm talking about when you fighting somebody that you've been with for 33 years inside a courtroom.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother hurt. I mean, when you start, when you start seeing people, attack parts of you that you thought was like, man, how could you even? Why would you even do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What that meant to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would you want that? And but my prayer was, I don't want to become hardened.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful and grateful that God preserved my heart because I wanted to. I knew I was gonna find a Shauna, and I wanted to make sure that I was right for her. But I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you, it had to be a Shauna. Shauna made it easy, and
Yeah.
I really, you just have to know her to understand where I'm at because it really had less to do with me and more to do with the type woman she is, and that's why I was saying earlier that it's got to be. it's got to be something in her story that could be bottled up and sold, because I don't think she fully understands it. But you don't see that, you don't see Shauna in women anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that you don't see it. They could be some great women, but you don't see that. You don't see that package. And sometimes I just sit back and be like, man, how lucky can a guy get? And I'm just being honest.
Man, that's dope, man. That's so dope. So
That's
you,
beautiful.
yeah, it
Thank
is.
It looked like she's just stuck, man. I don't seem like she's coming back.
Okay, so today I learned about relationships is that relationships don't always have to have a bad story. That you learn to communicate fully and wisely and trust your partner, that you can have your perfect relationship. And yours and Shauna's story is just like so amazing. And I'm so happy for you,
Thank you.
and especially like, I know the story of, you and your past. And so to see what you have now, it's beautiful. And so yeah, today I learned that we don't always have to be toxic. And and, and that it's there is some perfect relationships that's not like just perfect for social media.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Shauna, you back?
I'm here.
Oh,
Can y'all
there
hear
she
me?
is.
Well, I just want to say that today I learned when it comes to relationships, and you've been dating for a while, I'm not the only woman that feel like you don't have to wait forever to get married. Like Miss So said, she wanted to be married the day. She would like to be married the day that she get proposed to. If you already been dating for a while, both of you already know what you want. So why not? Mine wasn't the same day, but it was in a matter of days. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
And I just heard her say something about being perfect. It's, we say there's no such thing as being perfect, but I'm gonna say that our marriage is perfect.
Wow.
Oh, I
That's
think you just jinxed us. Now, just
Nope,
kidding.
we don't
No,
work
this
like
is
that.
spoken into existence.
hey,
She spoke into the
hey,
universe.
hey, Ron. We're gonna have to do a Where Are They Now reunion.
right.
We can do that. We can do that. Only thing gonna happen is we're gonna have some
Come
more
back a year
grandchildren.
from now and be like,
Oh, that's
I
funny.
hope
I'm
that
just
you
joking.
ask, man. I really hope that if we do Where Are They Now that 10 years from now, that y'all
be the
still
same
are
story.
right now as you are now.
Well, thank you.
Mhm.
That's what we're striving for. That's what
Stay
we're
in
Yeah,
your
working on.
honeymoon stage.
yeah.
Amen. The only thing changing is our bank account. We
Right?
going up.
That's
Yes, yes.
that's
And the more gray hairs probably, because y'all gonna get
Oh yeah.
old. Yeah, well, you are Eric. You're not Shauna.
Thank
And
you.
so,
I'm embracing it too.
hey Ryan, what did you learn today?
man. It's multi-layered, man. I learned that there's healing. Man, I prayed the same prayer that you prayed. I mean, it's that my heart won't be hardened. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I want to see myself. I really do. I aspire more to see myself every day. I know I'm at a place in life where it's hard for me to because it's a lot, blocking it.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, my aspiration is to see me and you see you. And yeah, I learned that it's possible. I learned that it's possible to be healing is possible. That restoration is possible. And
Mm.
I'll be there, man. I want to be there eventually. I
Yeah.
understand work, but that's where I want to be, man. You got a beautiful story, and
Thank
it's
you.
I'm an emotional person. I am. I don't. I say I work a manly job so I can be emotional on the side. So, like, man, you almost got me in tears, bro, when you was like, man, you know, saying the prayers you prayed and saying that there is, like, I was like, man, you know, God every day showing me that there's light on the other side.
Yes.
Can what I had be restored? I don't look, man. I don't even want it to. Like, I don't. Maybe that's a healing part that has to take place in my heart because I got to be healed from some things in order for that to even happen. I don't want to. If I did get back with my wife, I don't want to be looking at her sideways and bringing up stuff from 5 years ago. And
Right.
where I'm at right now, I
Right.
will, you know. So that's just where I'm at. But I learned that that healing is possible.
You know, and let me just say this too, because I did have to come to a place where I had to mentally, physically, spiritually disconnect with my ex because I made the statement that, you know, a love of a lifetime is worth a million tries. Okay, that I will always say that to a married person. Okay, I will always say it, but I also know that there's life after divorce. You see, and it's the things that you do prior to that that's going to determine how well your life is. Um, so during that time, did I pursue my ex? I pursued her, and you know, there was wherever she went, I was there. I'm like, you're not going, but I remember the day when I said, I have to let her go. I have to let her go. And it was the last time. And I'll say this: she left multiple times. Okay, I'm talking about I'm talking about multiple times. Okay, and I always went to get her. But our divorce happened when I decided that I wasn't going to chase her anymore.
Yeah.
And you know, but that was me starting my journey. I said, you know, and I literally said this, and this is gonna sound weird, but I said she wants to be free. I love her enough to give her her freedom.
Yeah.
And I had to let her go.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds weird, but that was when I literally started healing. You know, when I, you know, it wasn't, you know, keep in mind that 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 was an 8-year gap. You know,
Wow.
there was an 8-year gap. So, but in those 8 years, I did not pursue her. I did not, you know, and but you say, well, why did it take 8 years? Because I made a promise to me and to God that I would not divorce her.
Yeah.
It took her that long. I said, now when she decided that she was going to divorce me, then okay, now we go and do what we got to do. But I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it to her because you know because I promised her to the end, and I was gonna keep my word. But I wasn't gonna. But I felt like that she was unhappy, and I wanted her to be happy. So in order I mean, the only thing that I could do is say, you know what, let her go, let her find whatever she's trying to find, and so she can have peace within herself.
Yeah.
And that was the last time, you know, that I pursued her.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I haven't pursued, and I don't think I haven't. No, I haven't pursued. That's. But I think it's hard for me to let go of being a protector. So like we got separate bank accounts. Everything's separate. I don't live with her. I don't nothing like that. But for some reason, like her car insurance payment came out of my account the other day. I don't know if she being shysty or what. I just let it go. And so at some point in time, I realized that I have to probably fight that. You know what I mean? To completely let go. I don't desire her or anything like that, but it's hard for me not to be a protector after being that for 20 years.
No,
Yes.
you're right up there with most men.
Yeah.
Most the ones who understand their assignment.
Yeah.
So I don't have any problem with what you just said.
Yeah. So that's what I'm having, or like seeing her, if I see her struggle, you know what I mean? I don't want to be with her, but
But
if I see her struggle, to let her be, to just let her be. I don't want to be with her, but I have to learn how to just let her be. Because I don't
You're gonna let
want
her struggle?
to, huh?
You're gonna let her struggle?
I mean, that's part of letting, I believe that's a part of letting go. That's the thing. I think I really listened to his story. Like he's pursued. I haven't pursued. I don't want to be with her. But I think part of it is letting somebody, just like with your kids, you got to let go. You know what I mean? You got to let go. You might see them hurt and you might see them struggle, but sometimes you just need to step to the side.
That tough
And
love. Tough love.
Yeah, and let things happen.
yeah.
Yeah, even God does that for us at times.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta learn. I gotta learn how to do that. How to, you know what I'm saying? I just let things happen to me sometimes, and but hearing him, I know that I gotta do that to move on. And I'm done.
We'll get another 2-hour show. Well, all right. Well, again, I just want to say thank y'all for coming on. It was a joy. It was a beautiful love story. We couldn't kick off the couple session no better than we did today, and I'm sure we're not gonna try to get this with other couples. So I'm glad we got it today. I hope we do, because I love love. But I'm so happy for y'all. I pray that this honeymoon just stay with y'all forever, and don't switch up on each other. And yeah, so just thank y'all so much for coming. And Eric, like I said, the door is open for you. Whenever you want to stop by and teach us more stuff, and just be a part of us. It's always open to you. Just next time, leave an absence notice or something. But other than that,
All right. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Thanks y'all for watching.
Thank you for watching Speak It Podcast with SoSo and co-host Ron Reed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube page, Speak It Podcast with SoSo. Also, subscribe to Ron Reed's podcast, VNO Podcast, on YouTube. That's Views and Opinions Podcast on YouTube. Join the Speak It group page on Facebook to get the latest in conversations. Also, watch every Monday to be a part of those conversations. Again, thank you, and we love having you.
I told her that she got it. She love to call me daddy.